Welcome into 5-Day Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and a full-time trader. Today we're going to look at a Chainlink price update. We're going to look at Fibonacci's, what we want to see for the macro weekly chart, and then we're going to zoom way in to like the 4-hour and look at some interesting things developing as we speak. So price is just above $24. What do we want to see this week? I'm glad you asked. We're looking for a close. See the 618 way over here from our macro top last cycle. And our current one extension from our March highs. We're looking for a close above that zone. Then the ice starts to melt, right? Chainlink could possibly break free. Our next target on the high side is 31 and or 43. Obviously both in the not so distant future, but we could be looking at, depending on alt season's kind of just beginning. So we either, the local top is in and we'd like to see some kind of a flag formation over the couple weeks if we take a break. Ideally, we'd want to hold this zone as support if we flag down here, and or this EMA 8 rising, the red line right there, right? So if we do that, this would be ideal. And then our next target, like the measured move from this flag, if it confirms, would be right around this level. So we could potentially see that if we do something loosely followed to this. February, March, right? We could see 40, 50. Something in that area. Let's say we go a little bit higher. Like, what if we hit the $31 mark? Then what we want to watch? Are we going to throw all the way back here? Probably not. We definitely want to watch then the EMA 8, the red line, as it rises. Most flags tend to hold there or the 14, which is a purple line. I know you can't really see it, but we can go back and look at the last time we did this right here, right? Big move up. Loosely followed flag, not a real textbook flag here. I'd like to see a more definitive looking bull flag there, but we still went right into the EMA 14 and then moved higher, although this didn't play out quite as much as we'd want. And you might say, like, why didn't this play out a little bit higher? Well, it wasn't a textbook flag either, right? If you look at the closing prices, it looks pretty close there, but you really want to see like a dramatic sharp drop. Like ideally we would want to done like something like that, even a little bit tighter, right? The more loosey-goosey you get here, and the farther drawn out it gets, the less power it can take. So if we get a pause here, we want to see a nice tight flag pattern and somewhere around that EMA 8, ideally, and then we would very likely on the next move see 40 even. So depending on where we top, has linked local topped already at 27, perhaps. If it does and Bitcoin pauses, we are at extreme greed. We'll look at the fear and greed index at the end of this. If you behave, and ideally, if we could do this, if we take a pause, maybe into the end of the year, start of the year, our next target is nowhere but 40 and above. All right, so that's the weekly outlook. We'd definitely like to be holding that EMA 8, right? We shouldn't be going back below the 618 here on this local. So 1530, that's like not even a second thought. Really, we shouldn't be going back below this high here, 1830. So if we see a move down, I don't think you should panic at all unless we close under 18. Then we need to readjust some figures here. But that's not the odds. The odds are up. Bollinger Bands say the odds are up. Powerful move out of Link. Not to be faded just yet. If we take a pause, right, you know what to look for. So now let's zoom way in and look at the 4-hour. And look at what's developing here. Look at the Bollinger Bands. This is what we're looking at. The 4-hour chart. Consolidation after, really since Monday. So 3 days of consolidation on this 4-hour chart. And look how much the Bollinger Bands are pinching up. What does that mean? I'm glad you asked. A larger move is likely coming. Notice how when the volatility decreases, right, where you're just ranging, look how much more narrow the bands get. Then you have your explosive move. Now, do we know, are we going up or down, right? We don't know yet. The odds are up based on the weekly, and we're also holding this 21 EMA in the yellow. So if we close under the 21, then I'd say the odds are probably to the downside. Maybe we go into that weekly bull flag formation that we're wanting. Okay, so if not, our next target is that $31 macro 786 that we looked at on the weekly. And then we can take it from there. So until 30, we don't know what to look for, right? If we go up, target's 31 area based on the macro last cycle Fibonacci retrace, okay? So that's what we're looking at today, Thursday, for Chainlink, December the 5th. Bitcoin, first day over 100K. Hell yeah, that's pretty nice. Will it last? Who knows? We need Bitcoin to chill out a bit if we want a pure full-blown alt season. We don't want Bitcoin ripping to like 120 by the end of this year, or that's dramatically shortening our cycle. So be warned there, right? You might like it in the short term, but I think that's really going to reduce alt season. So my opinion on that, if you want more kind of what I'm talking about there, consider subscribing through Patreon. You get access to our private Telegram alerts group. We keep you updated on all these coins. You get access to requests, anything you want to talk about. We talk about total market caps, Tether dominance, Bitcoin dominance, all that good stuff, and more kind of strategies for, what's coming up in altcoin alt season. So that's my 2 cents on Chainlink. I would expect a bigger move here in the next couple of days, right? This is 3 days. I doubt we're going to get another 3 days before we see another larger move. And by larger move, something maybe 20% plus. So if we go to the high side from where we are, 20% does get us to that 30% range. If we go down 20%, it gets us back to this kind of range highs over here. So that gets us back to like 19. Either way would still be okay. So I urge you not to panic. I think Link is the next explosive move higher will take us on the door to, not only 30, but I think that 40 range. Certainly if we go into a bull flag formation here in the next couple of weeks, the target is like right there, which makes sense based on fibs, right? All right, let's get to our card and quote of the day, and then we'll have another Chainlink video for you probably tomorrow. What other coins did you want to see? I think we'll probably do a Caspa video soon. Get a lot of views on that, but let's get to it. Also, want to cover Fear and Greed Index here. We're at extreme greed. Does this mean we have to fall down? No. Right? We could stay here for months. We've only been up here for about a month in greed and extreme greed. So let's look at it. Right? Look back here in 2024. Early 2024, right? From, early first week of February, we stayed up here really till mid-April. But that wasn't the price high, right? The price high was like March. Right, we're up here now. I know you can't see the end of the chart, but you can go pull this up. You can just Google Fear and Greed Index. It's also on CoinMarketCap if you want to check it on CoinMarketCap. It just has more data on here. Okay, questions about this? Let me know. I wouldn't panic too much on this. We're in phase 3, right? We were ending phase 2 back here. We're starting phase 3 now. Talked about this again earlier this morning in our group. So if you want to stay up to date, be in the know and no surprises, right? We cover Bitcoin daily, stuff like this daily. All right, quote of the day. Civilization began the first time an angry person cast a word instead of a rock. Accurate. All right, card of the day. One of my favorite cards in the universe. I could never spend this much money. We're looking like 3 mil. But, if Monopoly dollars, if they take Monopoly money, man, I'm all in. Koenigsegg Jesco. My favorite Koenigsegg. Any Koenigsegg is someone's favorite car, right? But this one is my favorite. And this spec is great. I like to get the model car in this, but they're very expensive. Just like the real cars. Just absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen a Koenigsegg door open, they put Lambo doors to shame. They're the best doors, not up for debate. Just go Google Koenigsegg door and get your mind blown. Right? The engineering on these doors is beyond mind-blowing. Mind-blowing is not even the word for it. Okay, so that's Koenigsegg Jesco. Probably one of the best cars on the planet, right? How is it not? How it not? All right, I'll see you on the next one. Chainlink shirts on. The room is now blue. Link sign back into focus. I have to adjust the white balance to get it down. So if you're like, why is the room blue? Well, it kind of works out because Chainlink's blue, shirt's blue, the sign's blue. It's real neon, by the way. I've taken questions like, is that a fake background? Who's making fake backgrounds with a neon sign? It's a real sign. You can see the damn offers and honors right there. All right. Real cars. There's no fake backgrounds here. All right. Fake background would be a green screen. Then you wouldn't see nothing. All right.